and good morning to one and all. We are completing our remaining part of the chapter, that is problem set 2. Okay, so let's start. So in problem set 2, first of all, whatever the questions is, that is about the choose multiple questions. Okay, choose the correct answer from the multiple you have given. So first one is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the sum of interior angle of the same side of a transversal is. Now listen here. Here it is completely a property given to you. This is a complete property and a theorem which we have already proved in our second lecture, that if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the sum of interior angles of the same side. If two parallel lines are there and a transversal intersects, and the sum of interior angles, what are interior angles? This and this. Okay, these four are your interior angles, but they have said that it should be on the one side of the transversal, then their addition or the sum of these two angles addition is how much? It is supplementary, means what? It is 180 degree. Okay, so your option number C is given here, that is 180 degree. This is your correct answer. Now example number 2. The number of angles formed by a transversal in two lines. Again the same question. The number of angles formed by a transversal of two lines. Means two lines are there, a transversal is there, the number of angles we have counted here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many are there? 8 angles are formed. So your correct option is C. Again, option C, that is 8 angles. Next. A transversal intersects two parallel lines. If the measure of one of the angle is 40 degree, then measure of its corresponding angle is. Again the same thing is there. They have given that two parallel lines are there, a transversal intersects in any of the angle. Suppose we take here as 40 degrees. Any of the angle is 40 degree. Then what is the value of its corresponding angle? Corresponding angles in two parallel lines are congruent. If this we are taking, its corresponding angle is this. And if these two angles are corresponding and they are, if these two lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent. So whatever the value of this angle is here, that only angle will come here. That is 40 degree. So in third example, your correct option is A. That is again 40 degrees. Okay. A option 40 degrees. Next example, in triangle ABC. ABC. Okay. In triangle ABC, A is 76. A value is given here 76. B is 48. Here B is given 48. You have to find the value of C. Now we know that in any triangle, addition of all the angles is how much? 180 degree. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to how much? 180 degree. Put the values 76 plus 48 plus angle C, which we have to find out, which is equal to 180 degree. So addition 76 plus 48. So this much become 124 plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Shift 124 to the right side. So angle C is equal to 180 degree minus 124. And this subtraction is how much? 56 degrees. So your correct option is B, 56 degree. B, 56 degrees. Very easy one it is. If you have solved all the practice set 2.1 and 2.2, then the problem set is very easy to solve. Okay. So fourth is done. Fifth, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, if measure of one of the alternate interior angle is 75, then the measure of other angle is. Again, see here, two parallel lines they have given. One transversal intersects, and one of the measure of interior alternate angle. Interior alternate angle is how much given to you? 75 degree. If one is two lines are parallel and a transversal intersects, then interior alternate angles are congruent. Therefore, if this is 75, so this will also become 75. So last option, correct option is, so last example correct option is C. That is again 75 degrees. Very, very easy questions are there in these chapters. Okay. So let us see the second example. Question number 2. Ray PQ and ray PR are perpendicular to each other. See here, diagram is very important in this example. Here is PQ and here is PR. What they say that these two rays are perpendicular to each other. PQ and PR are perpendicular to each other. Point B and A are in interior and exterior of angle QPR. B point is in interior, A point is in exterior. Okay. B point is in interior, A point is in exterior of the angle QPR. Okay. Ray PB and ray PA are perpendicular to each other. See here, ray PB. So we have to join this ray and PA. They are perpendicular. So I am drawing perpendicular. Okay. Here is P. They are what? Perpendicular to each other. Ray PB and PA is perpendicular to each other. Draw a figure showing all these rays and write. Okay, we have draw this figure and we have to write what a pair of complementary angles. What is complementary angles? Complementary angles means what? The angles which are whose addition is 90 degree. Okay, so the angles whose addition is how much? 90 degree. Now here we can see that QPR. This is a ray which is this is an angle who is 90 degree, but it is formed by addition of two angles. It is formed by addition of two angles. Which angles? Angle RPB and QPB. If we name this angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. So it will be easy. So 1 plus 2 will become 90 degree. So a pair of complementary angle will become angle RPB and angle QPB. Okay. Now again one pair is there. They have said that this ray PA and PB are perpendicular. Perpendicular means 90 degree. Okay. So again if we add this 2 and 3, if we add this angle 2 and 3, again we get a 90 degree. See here, we have shown here it is 90 degree. So therefore angle 2 plus angle 3 becomes again a complementary pair. So again BPQ, APQ. Another pair is BPQ and angle AP. Okay, so 2 plus 3 again becomes a pair of complementary angles. Pair of supplementary. Supplementary means what? Addition, whose addition is 180 degree. So simple, we know that this is 90 degree. RPQ or QPR is 90 and BPA is 90. So these two angles if we add, we get how much? 180 degree. Therefore, a pair angle RPQ, angle RPQ and angle APB, angle APB. See here, RPQ is 90 because PQ and PR are supplementary, perpendicular to each other, and APQ. APQ. Again, PA and PB are what? Perpendicular to each other. This 90 and this 90 becomes how much? 180 degrees. Now here, one angle is common. It is common. This 2 is common in this 2 is common in this. But we don't have to think about that. We just have to think that ये 90 है and this one is 90. Okay. So according to that, this is the pair of supplementary angle. Next, pair of congruent angle. What are congruent angles? Congruent angles means what? Whose value is same. Same here. See here, RPQ and APQ. These are both the values of both angles values how much? 90 degrees and 90 degrees. So again, this pair only become a pair of congruent angle. So we have angle RPQ and or we will write here congruent sign. Congruent angle APB. APB. RPQ congruent APB. Now why I have written like this congruent sign? Because RPQ is distributed in two different angles. It is formed by addition of 1 and 2. So I can write like this RPB plus QPB. So it is split in two forms. Angle RPB plus angle QPB is equal to, right? Is equal to again APB. APB again it is split in two different angles. Two different angles. I can write like APQ and QPB, or you can write BPQPB. Okay, so angle APQ plus APQ plus QPB plus angle QPB. Now see here, I have split this angle in two different angles. Again, this angle in two different angles. So that's why this left hand side and this right hand side are equal. Now here, angle QPB and QPB are same in both the sides. So your second pair becomes this B pair is angle RPB is congruent angle AP. Second pair will become RPB congruent AP. So this is what your pair of congruent angles. First is RPQ and congruent APB. We have split that both the angles and cutting the same value, we will get RPB is congruent APQ. Okay. So this was the second example. Very easy it is. Only you have to draw the figure. From that you have to find out the complementary, supplementary and congruent angles. Okay. Now third one. Prove that if a line is perpendicular to one of the two parallel lines, then it is perpendicular to the other line also. If a line is perpendicular to one of the parallel line. Okay. Parallel lines are given to you. The two parallel lines are there. But whatever the line is there, suppose this is N transversal is there, it is perpendicular to only one parallel line. And you have to prove that it is parallel to second, it is perpendicular to second line also. It is perpendicular to second line also. Now, perpendicular proof करने के लिए only we have the condition that the angle should be 90 degree. If the angle is 90 degree, then the given lines are perpendicular. And if the given lines are perpendicular, it means that the angle is 90 degree. Again, the relation is vice versa. So if we prove that this angle is 90 degree, then it will become perpendicular to each other. Okay, so this is the diagram which I have drawn here. Suppose line L is there, M is there, both are parallel to each other, N is transversal, and this angle EFA is how much? 90 degree. So we will write down first given things. Okay, what are the given things? Line L parallel line M. Okay, and N is transversal. N is what here? Transversal. Angle AFE is equal to 90 degrees because it is perpendicular to line L. That's why AFE value is how much? 90 degrees. To prove, what we have to prove? Line N is perpendicular line N. ये जो line N है ये perpendicular है N को, that we have to prove. Line N perpendicular line N. Now we will see the proof. Okay. So first we will take the given things. What is the given thing? Line L is perpendicular line M. Line L perpendicular line N. Therefore this angle and this angle are congruent because what they are on the upside of the transverse lines, above the lines and one side. Both are what? One side of the transversal and above the line. Therefore AFE is congruent to CGF. These two angles becomes congruent. ये angle and this angle, they both angle becomes congruent. Therefore angle AFE is congruent angle CGF. What will be the reason? Because they are corresponding angles. Reason is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Say it as equation number 1. Say it as equation number 1. But AFE value is how much? It is in given 90 degrees. Therefore, angle CGF is equal to 90 degrees. Write it from given. CGF, AEF value is how much? 90. So put it here 90 degrees. So CGF value is how much? 90 degrees. This becomes from the given part. Therefore, if CGF, see here, CGF, it will become 90 degree. Means what? This line L is perpendicular to M. This angle is 90 degree. Means what? Line L is perpendicular to line M. Therefore, line N is perpendicular to line M. 4-step proof. Only in 4 lines we have complete the proof. Very important is the given part and what we have to prove. From given only we will get all the proofs and the properties which we use here. That is very important. Okay. Now the fourth example. Fourth example is in figure. Whatever the figure is given, I have drawn here. Measure of some angles are shown. Some angles measures are already given to us. Okay. Using the measures, find the measure of angle x and y, and hence show line L is parallel line M. Okay, this line L is there. This line is M. N is transversal. Some measures are given. We have to find the value of x and y. Also, we have to prove whether these two lines are parallel or not. Now, simply, if this is 180, this will 130, then x will also become 130. Why? The reason is vertically opposite angles. You know that when two lines intersect, the angles which are formed there are what? Vertically opposite angles. So according to that, if this is 130, therefore x will also become 130. Angle x is equal to how much? Directly we can write 130. The reason you have to write vertically opposite angles. Or you write the complete one. Vertically opposite angles. Okay. Similarly, we can show that this y is equal to 50 because again they form what? A vertically opposite angle. Also, angle y is equal to how much? 50 degree. Again, the reason is same. What? Vertically opposite angles. Now, if they have said us to find out the values of x and y, which we have proved here, x and y. Now, what they are saying that we have to show that this line L and M are parallel to each other. So simple. This is interior angle. This is interior angle. Both are on one side of the transversal. So if we take the addition of these two angles and see that whether it is 180, if it is 180, then the lines are parallel. If it is not 180, then the parallel lines are not parallel. Okay. So here the value of x is becomes how much? 130. Now angle x plus angle y is equal to angle x plus angle y. Put the values 130 plus 50, which is equal to how much? 180. Okay. So angle x plus angle y will become 180. Therefore, line L parallel line. If the addition is 180, then the lines are parallel. If the addition is 180, then the lines are parallel. This way we have completed our 4 examples. Very simple one it is. If you want to take a screenshot or you have to write the answers, you can write down. Okay, let us go for the next question. Fifth one. Let me draw the diagram first. 3 lines are given. All are parallel to each other, and one transversal is there. A, B, C, D, E, F. Here is Q and here is P. Here is X, Y, and Z. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. What is the question given to us? Line AB parallel line CD. AB parallel CD, parallel EF. 3 lines are parallel. Line QP is their transversal. If y as to z is equal to 3 as to 7, okay, what is given? Y as to z is equal to 3 as to 7. The ratio of y and z are given 3 as to 7. Then find the measure of angle x. We have to find the value of angle x. Okay. So how we are going to find out? Only the given thing is y as to z is equal to 3 as to 7. So to find what we have to find, only angle x. Okay, x value we have to find. First we will take the given part. Okay, what is the given to us? Given part, let me write here, or you can write from the question because it is a very big one. AB and CD are LEF. 3 of the lines are parallel to each other, and PQ is transversal. So we will take directly the proof. Okay, and we will use first only AB and EF. Only first we will take AB and EF. For the time being, don't consider this line CD. First we will take line AB is parallel line EF. Okay, AB is parallel to EF. Therefore, angle X is congruent angle Z. Now this X and this Z. Don't consider the middle line. If we consider the only above line and below line, then you can see that X is congruent to Z because they form interior alternate angle. A cross is formed. One is from left side, one is from right side. So they form a cross. So therefore X is congruent to Z, by which property? Interior alternate angle. Interior alternate angle. Alternate angles are there. Say it as equation number 1. Okay, interior alternate angle. Now Consider the second one. Now, given that y as to z is equal to 3 as to 7. What is the second part given to us? Y as to z is equal to 3 as to 7. So, to find the values of y and z, we can take a common multiple. Okay, we have to take a common multiple. But before that, y is to z. Z is equal to x. Z value is x. From 1 we can write here x. Write like this. Angle y as to angle z is equal to 3 as to 7. Therefore, angle y as to angle x is equal to 3 as to 7. Say it here from equation number 1. From 1 we have put the value of z as x. Y as to x is equal to 3 as to 7. Let common multiple be m. Okay, if we have take common multiple be m, because they are in ratio, and if they are in ratio and if we have to find out the value, then we have to take a common multiple so that we can multiply them and find the values of x and y. Therefore, angle y. Therefore, angle y value become 3m. Okay, and angle x is equal to how much? 7m. Angle y is equal to 3m, angle x is equal to 7m. We get this value, say it as equation number 2. Okay, we get the values of x and y. Now again use the given part. What is the given part to us? Now we have to consider the lines AB and CD. AB and CD, they are parallel to each other. Line AB parallel line CD. If these two lines are parallel, then the sum of this interior angle of one side of the transversal is supplementary. Means this angle x plus y is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle x plus angle y is equal to 180 degree. Write down the reason. What is the reason? Interior angle of same side. Interior angle of same side. Okay, so their addition is how much? 180 degree. Put the values of x and y. Angle x and angle y. Here is angle x, here is angle y. So we get 7m plus 3m is equal to how much? 180 degrees. Now these are factors same, 7m, 3m, 7 plus 3 how much? This become 10m, which is equal to 180 degree. Therefore m is equal to 180 divided by 10, m is equal to 18. The 0 get cancelled. So that's why value of m is equal to how much? 18. You get it. Now what we have to find out? We find the value of m. What we have to find out to find value of x? Angle x we have to find out. Here put the value of m. Therefore, angle x is equal to 7m. Okay, from 2 we can write that angle x is equal to 7m. So here 7 into 18, m is equal to 18. Do this multiplication. It is 126. 7 into 18, that is 126. So therefore angle x value is how much? 126. Very simple one it is. First we have considered first and third lines are parallel. From that we have proved that x is congruent to z. Say it as equation number 1. Then again we have taken the given part y as to z is equal to 3 as to 7. So y as to z we like 3 as to 7. Put the value of z as x from 1. So y and x value become 3 as to 7. Then we take the common multiple m. So that's why I get values of y and x as 3m and 7m. Set as equation number 2. Again go to the given part that AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Then this x and y are interior angles of same side of the transversal. They are what? Supplementary. So their addition becomes 180. Put the values of x and y. Put the values of x and y, 7 and 3, 7m and 3m. Add them. Find the value of n. We get the value of m as 18. Put it in equation x or equation 2 where x is equal to 7m. They have not told us to find out y. So don't need to find out y. Just whatever the x is we have to find out, that only you can find it. So angle x is equal to 126. Next example. Next example is very easy. I will just draw the diagram and tell you what you guys have to do. You can write it by your own also. A B C D E F G H. A B C D E F G and H. Only the value of angle A is given. Okay. A is equal to given, that is 80 degrees. This is the line Q and R. Q and R. This is L. Sorry, P. This P. Okay. What is the question? First, we will see that if line Q parallel line R, line P is their transversal, and if A is equal to 80, then find the values of G and H. Simple. Q and R are parallel. P is transversal. A is 80 given. You have to find G and H. Now A is equal to G. Angle A is congruent angle G. The reason is, what is the reason? We can say because they are both lies on outside of the line and they form a cross. So they are alternate angles. And which kind of alternate angles? Exterior alternate angles. Exterior alternate angles. Exterior alternate angles. So if A is equal to 80, G is also 80. So the value of G is equal to how much? 80. Now this F and G, angle G is equal to 80 degrees. Okay, this we will get here. I'm showing it very short. You can write it properly. Homework, for example. Now angle G plus angle F is equal to 180 degree. Now this F and G are what? Here linear pair. So their addition becomes 180 degree. So here we have to write that they are linear pair angles. Linear pair angles. If G is 80, then find F. 180. Angle F is equal to 180 minus 80. This 80 will shift there. 180 minus 80. True. Very easy. Only you have to use two properties. First is what? Alternate angles. They are what? Exterior alternate angles. So A is equal to G. From G, this two addition is linear pair they form. So from that we find the value of G, which is equal to 100. Very easy. But you can write it by your own also. So that proof I am not giving to you. You can write it by your own. We will see the next example. Question number 7. Okay, what is question number 7? So let me draw your diagram. A, B, C. Here is P. A, B, C, D, E, F, and P. Okay, this is given to us. What is given to us? Line AB parallel line CF. Question number 7. What is the given part? We will write down simultaneously. Line AB parallel line CF. Okay, and line BC parallel line ED. Then prove that. What we have to prove? Angle ABC is equal to angle FDE. Angle ABC is equal to angle FDE. So what is given to us? AB parallel CF. See here. Here is AB. Here is CF. CF means what? This complete line. PF. Complete line. This line and this line are parallel. Next, what is given? BC and ED is parallel. This line BC and ED. Okay. These two lines and these two lines. Okay. Both are what? Parallel to each other. What we have to prove? ABC. Angle ABC, where it is? Here is the angle ABC. And FDE. FDE. Where is the angle FDE? Here is the angle FDE. These two angles are same. We have to prove here. Okay. So first we will take the given part in proof. So what is the given to us? First we will take the first given part. Line AB parallel line CF. Line AB parallel line CF. Okay. If AB is parallel to line CF, then this angle and this angle is congruent. ABC, this angle 1 and this angle 2. They becomes congruent because what? They are interior alternate angles. They form a cross. So these two angles are what here? Congruent. Therefore, angle ABC is congruent angle BCD. Angle BCD. Write down the reason. What is the reason? Interior alternate angle. Interior alternate angle. Okay. Say it as equation number 1. Now equation number 1. Now take the given part, second part. What is the second part? Line BC is parallel line ED. Okay. BC is parallel line ED. Okay. So now here we can say that BCD, this angle 2 and this angle 3 is congruent. This angle BCD and FDE. Okay. These two angles are congruent. Why? Because they are what? Corresponding angles. See here, left side of the transversal and below the line. Both the angles are what? Below the line, below the line. Left side of the transversal, left side of the transversal. So that's why it will become BCD is congruent FDE. Angle BCD is congruent angle FDE. Write down the reason. What is the reason? Corresponding angle. Very easy one it is. Corresponding angles. Say it as equation number 2. If we compare 1 and 2, what do we get? BCD and BCD. Value of BCD is FDE. Put in equation 1. Equation 2 value put in equation 1. Therefore, what we will get? Angle ABC is congruent. BCD की value क्या है? What is the value of angle BCD? Angle FDE. Right here from 1 and 2. By value of BCD we have put in equation 1. So angle ABC is congruent angle FDE. That is our to prove. Angle ABC is equal to angle FDE. This is the proof. Very easy one it is. Only first you have to consider the first parallel lines. AB is parallel CF. AB is parallel CF. From that we find ABC is congruent BCD. ABC angle 1 and angle 2. They are what? Congruent to each other. By which test? Interior alternate angle test. Say it as equation number 1. Again, line BC is parallel ED. Second part we have taken here. Here, so suppose we have first part. Here is second part. That is like BC parallel like AD. According to that, these two angles BCD and FBE, BCD and FBE, these 2 and 3 becomes congruent by using which test? Corresponding angles. They form what? Corresponding angles. Now the value of BCD put in equation 1. We get the answer. Very, very easy one it is. Question number 7. Let us move to the question number 8. The last question of this chapter, this problem set. So today we are completing our chapter, that is parallel lines. The last example. Very, very important example this is. For 4 marks, it is very important example. I'll draw the diagram first, so it will become easy to solve. This is Q, R, S, X, Y. Okay. So this is the diagram given to you. I'll write down the question. Line PS is transversal. Okay. Line PS is transversal of parallel lines AB and CD. So parallel lines are given AB and CD, and PS is what? Transversal. If ray QX, ray QY, ray QX, ray QY, ray RX, ray RY. Okay. QX, QY, RX, RY are angle bisector. Are angle bisector. What is angle bisector? The bisector which divides the given angle in 2 equal parts. Then what we have to prove? We have to prove the quadrilateral. What is the quadrilateral form here? QXRY. QXRY is rectangle. This quadrilateral, whatever it is formed here, we have to prove that it is a rectangle. What is the condition for rectangle? All the angles of rectangle, all the angles should be 90 degrees. All the angles means Q, X, R, Y. All the angles should be 90 degrees. Then we can say that it is a rectangle. Whatever the given quadrilateral it is, that is rectangle. So what is the first part which we have to prove here? We will see one by one. It's given. You can write down the given things that AB parallel CD, PQ is transversal, and QX is angle bisector. Now they are respectively a angle bisector. QX is angle bisector of AQR, QY is angle bisector of BQR, RX is angle bisector of CRQ, and RY is angle bisector of DRQ. Okay, so we will write according to that given part to prove. What we have to prove? This quadrilateral QXRY is rectangle. Proof. Now this QX is angle bisector of AQR. QX is angle bisector of angle AQR. Therefore, these two angles, whatever form, these two angles AQX and RQX, they are same. We can label them as A and A. We can label them as A and A. Therefore, angle AQX is equal to angle RQX is equal to A. Okay, AQX, RQX is equal to A. Similarly here, say as B and B. So CRX and QRX. Again, we get both the values as B and B. So second, here we can write as RX is bisector of angle CRQ. Okay. Therefore, angle CRX is equal to angle QRX, which is equal to B. That only whatever the diagram I am putting their values, that only I am writing here. CRX, QRX is equal to B. Now third, RY. Okay, RY is bisector. RY is bisector of angle DRQ. Angle DRQ. So label them as C. Angle DRY is equal to angle QRY is equal to C. This is C. This is C. And the last, what is the last one? QY. QY is bisector of angle BQR. BQR. Therefore, angle BQY and RQY, label them as B. BQY is equal to angle RQY is equal to D. This part is very, very important. First, if you write this, half proof is done. Okay, now what you have to see here? Now, at least first is what? Either you consider left side or either you consider right side. Because if we prove left side, we can say that similarly we can prove from the right side. Because what? That AB and CD are parallel to each other. So the proof becomes very easy. See here how the proof becomes easy. Now, if we consider the left side, the addition of interior same side of the transversal, interior angles of same side of the transversal is supplementary. Means what? Their addition is 180. Means which angle? AQR and CQR. The addition of AQR and CQR is how much? 180 degree. So write down number 2. Given that line AB parallel line CD. Okay, line AB parallel line CD. Therefore, angle AQR plus angle CQR is equal to 180 degree. The reason is interior angles of same side. Interior angles of same side. Interior angle of same side, which becomes 180 degree. Now, what is the value of AQR? See here, AQR. How it is formed? A plus A. Simple addition of angles A plus A. So, it will become 2A. A plus A will become 2A. And CQR. How CQR is formed? It is formed by using B plus B. So, it will become again 2B, which is equal to 180 degree. So, take 2 common. In bracket remains A plus B, which is equal to 180 degree. Divide this 2 there. So we get A plus B is equal to 180 degree divided by 2. 180 divided by 2, how much? 90 degrees. A plus B value we get 90 degrees. That is equation number 2. Now see here, A plus B we will get 90 degrees. Now consider this triangle. Which triangle? QXR. This triangle QXR. Here is the triangle QXR. Okay. Second, we will take the triangle QXR. In triangle QXR, angle Q plus R plus X is equal to how much? 180 degree. We know that Q plus R plus X is equal to 180 degree. In simple way, we will write angle Q plus angle R plus angle X is equal to 180 degree. We have proved that all the addition of the angles of a triangle are 180 degree. Angle Q value, see here, Q value is A. Simple. So that's why we have what we are going to write here. We will write here in the complete form because A is the value of X, Q, R. Therefore, angle we will write like this: X, Q, R plus XRQ plus angle QXR is equal to 180 degree. Angle Q plus angle R plus angle X is equal to 180 degree. So this value is A, this value is B. Angle QXR is equal to 180 degree. Value of A plus B. See here, value of A plus B is how much? 90 degree is given to us. So here it becomes 90 plus angle QXR is equal to 180 degree. Is equal to 180 degree. Shift the 90 degree to that side. 180 minus 90. Again it will become 90 degree. Therefore angle QXR is equal to how much? 90 degrees. So the value of here QXR becomes 90 degree means what? Perpendicular. Okay. So this value becomes 90 degree. QXR is equal to 90 degrees. Similarly, how we have taken the left side, similarly we can prove the right side also. Again same here, we can consider AB and parallel, CD are parallel, BQR and CRQ. Addition is 180, interior angles. C plus C, 2C will become D plus D, 2D will become 2 common, C plus D will become that side. C plus D value again we will get 90 degrees. Again we will consider the triangle of that side, QYR. Again the addition of these three angles is 180 degree and we will put the value of C and D 90, shift there, we will get here also the value of Y is equal to 90 degree. So similarly we can say, this is 4 number, 3 completed, 4 number. Similarly, angle QYR is equal to 90 degree. Similarly, we can prove that QYR also 90 degree. So 2 angles, from 4 angles, 2 angles we get as 90 degrees. Now last, addition of these angles. CRQ and DRQ. Okay. Angle CRQ plus angle DRQ is equal to 180 degree because they are in linear pair. They form linear pair. CRQ means what? 2B, B plus B, 2B, and C plus C, 2C, which is equal to 180 degree. So B plus C, take 2 common outside, again 180 degree. B plus C is equal to how much? 180 divided by 2. B plus C is equal to 90 degrees. What we get? B plus C is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, this angle B plus C, see here. Therefore, angle XRY is equal to, how the angle XRY is formed? XRY is formed by XRQ plus YRQ. Okay. Angle XRQ plus angle YRQ. Value of XRQ is B plus YRQ is C. B plus C. Value of B plus C is how much? 90 degree from 5. From 5. Okay, this is from 5. B plus C value is 5. Therefore, angle XRY is equal to 90 degree. So here also this angle, whatever the angle here is formed, this is also what? 90 degree. This angle R is 90 degree. Similarly, we can prove that this above angle Q, XQY is also 90 degree. Similarly, angle XQY is equal to 90 degree. All the angles become 90 degree of this quadrilateral. If all the angles of the quadrilateral are 90 degree, then the given quadrilateral is what here? Rectangle. Therefore, given quadrilateral QXRY is rectangle. QXRY is what here? Rectangle. Very simple proof it is. I will just revise you. QX is angle bisector. It divides that angle in same part. So if these two angles value are written A and A. QX, RX is angle bisector. Similarly, it divides this angle in two equal parts. So I write B and B. RY is angle bisector. That's why I write these two angles as C and C. Again, QY is angle bisector of this angle. So I have written these two angles as B and B. So now we can consider either left side or right side. So I have considered the left side. If AB and CD are parallel lines, then the angle of these two, angle Q and angle C, this left side angle, their addition is 180 because they are interior angles of same side. I put the value here to A plus A, B plus B. This becomes 2A, 2B. From that we get A plus B value. Then we have to consider this triangle. This triangle QRX, this triangle we have considered an addition of all the angles of the triangle is 180. So their addition becomes A plus B plus QXR. From that we get QXR is equal to 90. So this value we get here 90. Similarly, we will get Y value is also 90 degrees. Same proof we can do in right side. Similarly, we get QYR is equal to 90. Two angles we get 90. Then for the third angle, we have taken the linear pair CRQ and DRQ. CRQ and DRQ. Again, it is formed by the two addition B plus B and C plus C. So 2B plus 2C 180. We get the value of B plus C as 90 degree. Now B plus C is 90 degree. So QRY is B plus C. So angle XRY is equal to we get 90 degree because it becomes the addition of these two angles XRQ and YRQ. XRQ value is B, YRQ value is C. We get 90. Similarly, we can prove that this XQY is equal to also 90 degrees. So all the angles of this quadrilateral are how much? 90 degree. So the given quadrilateral is what? Your rectangle. So in this way, we have completed our problem set 2 and also the chapter parallel lines. Still, if you have some doubts, then you can ask me. Yes, Samit. Samit, what is your question? Do you have any doubt?